Good morning, friends. Due to the problem of coronavirus, the entire world is in problem. Our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji has introduced lockdown till May 3rd. So we almost spent 1 month up to now after the examination and all. Still we want to improve our knowledge by studying some concepts in different subjects. So we, the team of RVS group, we are trying to bring some videos which help you people to grasp some knowledge, and by that you can understand the concepts and you can improve your knowledge. So we are trying our level best in order to bring some videos which help you people to understand and to increase your knowledge. So I am Basavaraj sir, where I am going to engage economic subject for all you commerce students. As we already studied some of the concepts in our regular classes about the problematic part and some of the diagrams which I already given in a class. Today I just want to start a new chapter which is in a part A, that is about Introduction to Microeconomics. In Introduction to Microeconomics, we have to understand that what is this microeconomics and how it is different from macroeconomics. So while giving the syllabus, I already given you that the differentiation in between microeconomics and the macroeconomics, correct? So here microeconomics, which deals the subject individually or in a briefly. So say for example, a study of an individual, a study of a firm, a study of a product, like that. We are going to study the things individually or particularly or small, and that is what we are going to call microeconomics. So in this microeconomics we will study different concepts in detail, and before to that, friends, I am going to ask you, why do people work? Why people are going to work? So you might have seen in so many of different places. A teacher who is working in a school or college, a doctor who is working in a hospital, a farmer who is working in a field, and so many of people are working in different activities. And why actually they want to work? In order to find the answer to this, we will come to know that as we are in a scarcity, that scarcity makes us to get something where we can lead our life, correct? So people are going to work in different activities. So activities comes to there, we will see two kinds of activities: economic activity and non-economic activity. So people who are going to earn something by doing some activities, those are called economic activity, and where some of the activities which have been performed by the people and there they won't expect anything in return, that is what we are going to call non-economic activities. Well, so people are going to always busy in their economic activities to earn something in return. Keep in your mind, people are going to they perform some work for the reason of what? To earn some return. Then after earning the return, what is the use of to earn some return there? So if we go deep into that, people work for something in return, and whatever they are going to earn something in return, that they use for the purpose of what? To meet their needs, wants and desires. So if I come one by one. So first one, needs. What are these needs? Needs are something where they are very essential to lead our life. That is what means. Take for example, air, water, clothes, food, shelter, electricity, education. These all are something where these are a part of needs. Without these we can't survive. So people, where they are going to work, they earn something in order to to meet their needs. As I mentioned, these are all very important. And after this we'll come for the second one, that desiredness or wants. Once if people are going to fulfill their needs, surely they go for wants or desiredness. Then what are desireless. Desireless as something where people want to lead their life luxuriously, happily, comfortably. Yes, after fulfillments of the needs, people want to earn still more in order to live their life very, very comfortably. Okay, so people are going to work for the purpose of to meet their needs, wants, and desires. So, as I already told to you, people expect more, but whatever the resources which are there are very limited. Due to the reason of limited resources, unlimited wants, the problem of scarcity arises. Due to that scarcity, we are going to study economics. Just see, if there is no concept called scarcity, there would have no subject called economics that for our study. Okay, so for that reason we have to study economics. Due to the main reason, unlimited wants. To fulfill these wants, we have scarce or limited resources. Due to this reason, we are going to study economics. So if we get into the economy or economics, we are going to study economy, economics, and different other things here. So first one, if we go for the economy, what is economy? We used to call economy simple economy, open economy, closed economy, and in a different names. So about these in detail we study in upcoming chapters. Just we study what is economy. Economy is a mechanism through which the scarce resources are going to be prioritized and organized in order to produce different goods and services. Yes friends, as I already told you, due to the scarcity, how the resources are going to be prioritized in a prioritized based, and how they are going to systematically organized, classified, systematically arranged in order to produce different goods and services. So we will say that it is a mechanism through which all the scarce resources are going to be prioritized and organized in order to produce different goods and services. The same way, if we come for the economics. So how economics and economy little different, but I just say the meaning of economics now. So economics is that where the choices are going to be made within the availability of scarce resources. Here in the economy, we just say that how the scarce resources are going to be prioritized and organized in order to produce some goods and services. The same way, in economics, whatever the scarce resources what we have, in that how we are going to make a choice. I'll give one example. So every month you people are going to get pocket money. Some of you might not, but those who are getting pocket money, for them it is going to be very suitable. Let's see the pocket money what you are getting every month. Do you say that is it fulfill, or are you happy with that what you are getting, or can you fulfill all the needs, desires, wants that what you are going to get within what the pocket money have? Some of you may say yes, of course, but I say it's not. See how many of needs, how many of wants, how many of desires you might have. You want to recharge, you want bike petrol, you want to roam here and there, and you just want to go for film, you want to have chats, you want to eat some snacks, that's etc etc etc. If you have been given only 500, how can you manage for 1 month of going through with all of these, correct? So it is very very less. That is what we call limited, scarce. So with this scarce, we can't go for fulfill all of these wants what we have. So because of that reason, economics tells us, economics guides us that how these choice we have, so many of choice we have, when number of choice we have, all the choice, how we are going to select among them as best choice. So we are coming to the choice when we have as limited resources, that we are going to say that how we are going to select the choice on the basis of priority or the requirement or some urgency. Just see one more example I just quote here. So we have 10 rupees and I have two designers here, one to eat chocolate, other one to bring medicine. So where do I go? And that is, I have to select choice 1 or choice 2, choice 1 or choice 2, whether to go for chocolate or whether to go for medicine. That decides. If I am healthy, I'm not need of anything of medicines. then do you go for medicine? No, I just go for chocolate. If I have a headache, I have a stomach pain, or I am having some fever, so then I should go for medicine. So economics tells us how to make the choices within the availability of scarce resources. So that is what here we make the choice among the scarce resources. Here whatever the scarce resource we have, that how we are going to make the priority and how we are going to arrange them in a systematic order in order to produce different goods and services. That is how we are going to study in the economy. So as I already told you, due to the problem of choice, so many of different economic problems are going to arise. In that problems, mainly I can say very important problems in an economy, which are going to be named as central problems of an economy. Central problems of an economy, which are very important to study. So in central problems of an economy, where these are the problems which are very difficult that to solve in different countries in the world. In that, I'll tell you so many different problems we have in this particular central problems of an economy. We'll study them one by one. Firstly, in that we have first one, that what to produce. What to produce. The first question that we are going to ask, or the first problem in the central problems of an economy, what to produce. Well, so many of countries are there. So many of countries, they are having their own different economic systems, but also they are having the central problems. In that, the first very important problem, that is what to produce. The problem what to produce in different systems, I'll come to the systems later, that we have three main types of systems in world, that is socialist economy, centrally planned economy, or socialist economy, centrally planned economy, both are same, and capitalist economy and mixed economy. So that in all of these systems, how the problem of what to produce is going to be solved. What to produce can be solved on the basis of requirement or the situation or the availability of the resources. Take for example, I'll give, there is a situation where we have to produce rice and guns. The choice arises what to produce now, whether guns or whether rice. That is going to be decided by the favorable situation of the availability of the resource. Now we have to produce either rice or gun. So just imagine there is a war which is going to happen in the future. Then what we are going to produce? Whether we are going to produce a rice? No, we are going to produce guns. Imagine there is no war, and but natural calamities have occurred and a disaster has happened. If that is the case, what we have to do? People are facing so many of people are going to face hungriness and all. Then we have to produce rice instead of guns. Correct? So due to that reason, what to produce can be solved on the basis of the favorable situation and availability of resources and the requirement. So this is how it is going to be solved in the economy, and which is very important that you keep in your mind. And coming to the second one, second problem of central problems of an economy, that is how to produce. How to produce. How to produce. We have understood, we have came to know that what to produce. Just take an example. During the time of hungerness, we have to produce rice, and during the time of war, we have to produce guns. That's what we have finalized, what to produce, and that problem has solved. And coming to the second problem, how do you produce? How to produce. So how to produce, that is again in three economic systems, are going to be solved differently. So how to produce can be again simplified with the two techniques here. First one in that is labor intensive technique. Labor intensive technique. Intensive technique. This is one. And coming to the second one is the same, that is capital intensive technique. There are two techniques in the how to produce of the different goods and services. Labor intensive technique. This is a technique where we are going to use more of the laborers than the technology or the machines or the capital. We use more of laborers. Do you know where more of laborers are going to use? The laborers are going to be used more in the agriculture rather than in the manufacturing industries. You might have seen already in the manufacturing industry more of the machines or technology is going to be used, but in the agriculture sector more of the labors are going to be used. So whatever we are going to produce, that can be known how to produce. That how we are going to decide means on the basis of two techniques here. One is labor intensive technique and the other one is capital intensive technique. Here in the labor intensive technique, as I already told you, that more of the labor in the production we use more than the technology or the capital or the machines. Where the coming to the second one, capital intensive technique. In the capital intensive technique, it's a technique where we are going to use, see, in the labor intensive technique I told more of the labors, but in the capital intensive technique where we are going to use more of the technology or machines in case of production. So you know, just you tell me now, where do we use more of technology? Yes, we use more of technology in the manufacturing or in the industrial sector. So the second one problem is clear now. And I'll tell you, labor intensive technique usually followed in socialist economy. Where it comes, then I'll once again tell you. And capitalist economy, where usually it is used in the capitalist economic system. So one, what to produce? Ricer gun. How to produce? By use of labor or by use of technology. So this is the third central problems of an economy. And the last problem for an economy, that is for whom to produce. For whom to produce. For whom? You have decided what to produce. You already decided how to produce. Now the question arises, for whom you are going to produce? Is that for me, or is that for you, or is that for whom? Yes. For whom to produce, that is again decided the users. We have to find the end users who are going to use the goods what we have produced. If you produce some of the goods which are not useful to anyone else, then what is the use of producing them, right? So in order to that, we have to identify the consumers or the end users. Who are those? That can be depended or that can be based on three things on the basis of income. That is high income people, middle income people or low income people, for whom you are going to produce the different goods and services. All these we are going to solve in the for whom to produce. So for whom to produce, either for high income people or middle income people or low income people, whoever it may be. So that is our target. If we are going to produce some commodities for high income people, that is for high income people only. And if we are producing for some middle income people, and that is for middle income people. And finally, if we are producing for low income people, and that is for low income people. And many of the manufacturers and producers in the world, usually they focus on middle income people. As we can observe the economy or the people who are there in the entire world, majority of the people who come in middle income people, so that the manufacturer must focus mainly on middle income people. Correct? Some of the developed and developing countries, wherever we are going to see, we have to focus mainly on these kind of middle income people. Well, so we have found the answers for the central problems of an economy, that what to produce, you have to decide on the favorable situation. How to produce, again you have to decide whether to follow labor intensive technique or capital intensive technique. And finally, that for whom to produce, and that is going to be solved by identifying high income people or low income people or middle income people. So this is how we plan somewhat to bring to your knowledge. We have not discussed much today. We have just gone through with the central problems of an economy, which are very important from the exam point of view also, and from the knowledge point also. So in the next class, we just go through with the study of different economic systems and positive economics, normative economics, inductive method, deductive method, and after that we directly move towards to the microeconomics and macroeconomics, understanding briefly and differentiating them each other, and then we'll go further with the different subjects and different topics. Thank you.